The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. ACT-CIS Party List Representative Erwin Tulfo leads the latest senatorial preference survey conducted by OCTA Research. Following him is his brother Ben Tulfo and re-electionist Bongo. Former Senate President Tito Soto is in the second to fifth position, while re-electionist Pia Cayetano is at the fourth to ninth place. Also on the Magic 12 list are Bong Revilla, Bato de la Rosa, Francis Tolentino, Ping Lacson, as well as former President Rodrigo Duterte, Manny Pacquiao, Amy Marcos, Lito Lapid, Benhur Abalos, Isko Moreno, and Abby Binay. Ranjit Rai of OCTA Research discusses big stories coming out from their latest senatorial preference survey, and that includes having two Tulfos in the top spots. Here's an excerpt from his interview on StoryCon.
How would you describe this ranking, this list? What does it tell us?
This is a snapshot of a particular period in time. And, these survey data, they change, no? They do reflect what other survey companies are also seeing, no? To a great extent. Rankings are not so important for me as an analyst, no? As the percentages that these particular surveys show, no, for each candidate, no?
Okay.
And because you have to understand, different surveys have different methodologies. Periods also are very different. The lists are also much longer for other survey companies. But in our survey, we have what's a big story in our survey? We have two Tulfos, 1 and 2. So it's the first time, no? Erwin Tulfo at 58% ranked 1, and Ben Tulfo at 45% ranked 2. No, another big story here is PRRD, no, went down in our survey, and I think another big story here is Pia Cayetano surged, no, or double digits. She's now ranked 4 in our survey. Other big stories.
Benhur Abalos.
Francis Tolentino is up in our survey. So maybe that reflects some things he did over the last few weeks. I think, moving towards the administration and a stronger position in the West Philippine Sea, we see some improvement. No? The same with Lito Lapid, no? And Benhur Abalos. So, but basically, this is our own... These numbers will still change. These positions and ranks will change, and it also shows that it's competitive, extremely competitive. You'll notice dikit-dikit, no, sa ating mga kababayan na nakikita yung survey, dikit-dikit ho yung mga ranks at saka mga porsyento po. So a very competitive, pre-midterm survey in our view.
The COMELEC will regulate the social media campaign expenses of candidates in the 2025 midterm elections. COMELEC Chairman George Garcia said the usage of social media in election campaigns is not monitored and capped compared to traditional media like newspapers and TV. Aside from this, the agency will issue guidelines on using artificial intelligence or AI in the upcoming elections. The guidelines are targeted to be released in the second week of August. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. 2 low-pressure areas are now within the Philippine territory. The LPA that Pag-asa has been monitoring in the past few days is now in the West Philippine Sea. Meanwhile, another LPA was formed some 880 kilometers east of eastern Visayas. The first LPA will continue to bring scattered rains over northern Palawan and occidental Mindoro. Its trough is also affecting Metro Manila, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, Bicol Region, Western Visayas, and the rest of Mimaropa. Meanwhile, habagat will trigger scattered rains over Mindanao and the rest of Visayas. Other areas in Luzon may also expect isolated rains due to localized thunderstorms. Manila was recently named the 5th riskiest city for tourists by Forbes Advisor. And just to give you an idea of how concerning this is, Manila ranked just above Lagos in Nigeria. Here's the report.
When it comes to quick tourist destinations, Manila is a top choice for many foreigners. It's easy enough to visit Luneta Park, the historic Intramuros, and the world's oldest Chinatown in Binondo, Manila. But not everyone is impressed. Manila was ranked 5th among the riskiest cities for tourists according to a study by American business magazine Forbes Advisor. Manila's overall risk score came in at 91.49 and it ranked 9th in crime risk, 5th in personal security risk, 7th in health security risk, 9th in infrastructure security risk, and 12th in digital security risk. Forbes compared 60 international cities across the same metrics. Joining Manila in the top 5 riskiest list is Caracas, Venezuela, with a perfect score of 100. Followed by Karachi in Pakistan, Yangon in Myanmar, and Lagos in Nigeria. The Forbes study emphasized that Manila is vulnerable to disasters, security issues, and health risks that could pose a threat to foreigners. However, the Manila LGU argues that Forbes used overly technical metrics to label the city as dangerous. The study also considered personal security risk, infrastructure, and digital security risk. Manila City Mayor Hani Lacuna disagrees with these findings.
Ang City of Manila po, napakarami na pong innovation na ginawa, especially po sa when it comes to natural disaster. You should remember that Manila is a 453-year-old city. So definitely, napakarami na pong mga old structures dito. But we make sure na handang-handa po ang aming lungsod.
Lacuna also emphasized that Manila City's crime rate is low.
The City of Manila po ay sa second lowest crime rate sa buo o Kalakhang, Maynila. Meron naman po kaming datos yan. Hindi po galing sa MPD, galing po yan sa NCRPO.
We took to the streets to speak to foreign tourists in Manila, some of whom said they felt very safe.
Manila seems very safe. People have helped us this morning, very welcoming. Everyone's very kind. So I think that's a poor judgment of Manila.
It certainly has a distinctiveness from other large urban locations, but I haven't felt in danger here.
But there were also others who found the city somewhat frightening.
We were a little bit scared because there were a lot of poor children asking for money, for food, and we didn't feel really secure. In general, I think that it's not the most beautiful city.
The MMDA has said they are continuously improving the city's roads. Latest data from the Department of Tourism, Culture and Arts of Manila meanwhile showed that over 14 million tourists visited the city in 2023. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
The Philippines Strong Group Athletics remains strong in the 2024 Jones Cup. The SGA took down USA on Thursday in the tournament in Taiwan, 112-90, hiking its record to 5-0. Chris McCullough posted 24 points, while Tajuan Agi and RJ Abarientos had 19 and 17 points respectively. On the other hand, Hammer Bowen Moss led USA with 18 points, while Elliot Marcus Ryan and Thomas Demetrius had 15 and 14 points. The Philippines will next face Japan later today. And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Berzosa. We are One News.